guys! Welcome to another episode of Slicers and Dicers. We are out in this grassy, scary place where there's monsters and creatures, and we are on an adventure from a god that we're barely learning about. The nerds with the books know more than I do, really. And we are still trying to get to some runes that we found out about in the last couple episodes. So we are here at our nice little campsite, just all crowded around the fire, and we're about to take way. So follow along. Let's do this thing.
All right, so you had created your campsite, chopped away all the grass, collected some wood for the evening, set up your tents, and now it is getting on in the evening. Yawns are occurring in the of the evening. What are you guys gonna do for watch?
We're gonna do it. I'll take first or last.
Okay. I'll take the second watch.
I'll take the last one.
Okay.
First it is.
All right. To sleep you go. Any of you are any of you gonna wear your armor to sleep? Do you have the endurance feat? Or is everyone stripping armor off to sleep?
No, I'm not.
I have light armor.
I don't have armor. I'm not allowed to have it.
Okay. So during Alori's watch, it doesn't matter, but Alori, you're not wearing.
And what?
Oh, you're not wearing light armor, are you?
I sure am not.
What are you wearing?
I have 4 mirror armor. It is a medium armor, I believe.
Okay. Medium armor, unless you have endurance or you're a 3rd level fighter, I think it is. You can't sleep in it. So.
Well, I can. I'll just be super sleepy when I wake up or
You'll
sore.
be fatigued in the morning.
What exactly does that mean?
It gives you the fatigued condition, which is. Take a second to find this one. It'll be super cool.
Sure.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's a case of the nails. But
I got it.
you got it? What is it?
Fatigued. Creature cannot run or charge. -2 penalty to strength and dex. Rest 8 hours to remove.
Oh, I was completely wrong.
That's
It
pretty
happens.
nasty.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
So I'll be taking my armor off when I go to sleep.
Okay.
During my watch, though, I want to cut grass.
So you've never stayed outside the walls of Durian. None of you have. So for Bryce and for Marnie, laying down in the tents and hearing the night sounds and the large insects that are alive out here, and by large I don't mean like a big spider in your shower. I mean like medium-sized creature large, buzzing off in the distance, and hearing the predatory and prey interactions overnight with the screams and the yowls from creatures getting taken down out in the open savannah. It's not something you're used to without having walls between you, and so it's tense. During your watch, nothing happens, Alori.
How much grass can I cut in my watch?
Oh God, you guys, I assume, are each doing 4-hour watches to get each you 8 hours sleep. So 4 hours worth of grass by our formula before. You could mow most of this table.
I would like to mow some of it.
Okay. Last time it was what, 17 in an hour, I think.
Do you
So
want
it'd
me
be
to roll?
Well,
My landscaping profession?
you can roll for it, absolutely. But another thing we have to take into account is how much are you working and how much are you keeping watch.
That's the other thing I was taking into account. I'm kind of doing half and half.
Okay. So it's going to be... I got it. All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
So I rolled a 10, and my landscaping... Ooh, this light is a little rough to see.
It is.
Is 5, so it'll be 15 total.
15 total? I'm going to have that. So I'm going to give you, because you're on watch as well, I'm going to give you nine squares.
Total?
Yeah. No, 9 squares an hour.
Okay. So 36 total.
Yeah.
All right.
36 clearance around there.
If you want to go ahead and give me permissions, I'll do that while you take care of the other watches.
Never.
All
You have
right.
been promoted. Congratulations. The party's on Friday. Anyway, so during your watch, you clear more of the grasslands. You can count and clear as you go. Your watch goes off without a hitch, other than, like I said, hearing and feeling how alive it is out here in the savannah and dangerous it sounds at night. But nothing comes after you. Who's next?
That'd be me.
Okay. So you switch out. Those of you that are in bed, go to bed. Those of you that are up, stay up. In other words, gizmo yourself into the tents. During your watch, Bryce is sitting around the campfire, and the grass has been cut back considerably further. Alori on her watch. You're on watch for about 45 minutes when you feel the first raindrop plop out of the sky and hit you on the shoulder. It rains for a good 45 minutes after that. Not a thunderstorm, no lightning, just a pitter-pattering rain. Do you do anything during this rain or just sit miserably in it, feeding logs to the fire?
The one thing I want to do is I want to switch my animal focus that's on Puddles.
Okay.
And I want to switch it to the aspect of the bat.
Okay.
And that gives him dark vision of 60 feet.
Ooh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, rain falling from the sky, feeding the fire to keep it going. Puddles' dark vision, he's looking around and you seem to remain unmolested. The savannah quiets right down when the rain falls. I mean, it goes from being alive and things going crazy to it just being silent and rainfall. And as soon as the rain stops falling, you hear slowly but surely the sounds start coming back to life until the savannah's alive at night again. And your watch goes off without a hitch. Next up is Marnie's. Marnie, when you wake up, you see that the ground is still wet from what looks like rain that had happened.
Okay.
Your watch goes for about 2 hours as the sky starts to lighten, and you see the sun crack the horizon. The sky lightens a bit, and these guys remain and gals remain sleeping. As the sun rises, you see off in the distance creatures all start to get up and roam about. The large megafauna that exist on these savannas roaming about. You see off in the distance, eating from some tall trees, huge sloths, bigger than you could imagine. I mean, we're talking 10, 12-foot tall creatures here. Even further off in the distance, you see double-horned rhinos, larger than a normal. You know, it's common knowledge on the island that these animals are non-aggressive, but nothing to be trifled with as well.
Do I hear any birds or?
Oh yeah, the place comes alive as the sun comes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even more so than at night. It's got that quiet moment as dawn, starts to break when the sky lightens and everything quiets down just a touch, and then boom, it bursts into life.
All right. What happens the next 2 hours?
Nothing.
Okay.
Morning goes. Your friends sleep until they awaken. I'm going to need day food and water from everyone. And poof.
So does Puddles have enough to eat out here on his own, or do I need to take one of his food?
Oh, Puddles is fine. Yeah, this is Puddles. This is Puddles' place. Morning sun rises. Bright. Ready for another day.
Alright, so the first thing I want to do is find some fresh water to refill my water skin.
I got that. I'll cast Create Water.
Nice.
So our water skins.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
When they start to wake up, I start my meditation for the day.
Okay.
Or trying to commune with my familiar, and learning my spells for the day.
You get your hour. Does anyone else need an hour?
I need 10 more minutes, too.
Okay.
I gotta select my familiar's animal spirit thingy, the feat I have. And it's just going to be the same thing as I had the last time, and that's fast healing 1 on him.
Okay. As you take your hour, it starts to heat up for the day, and you feel an unseasonable warmth in the air, like it's going to be a heat wave kind of day. Do you guys do anything during the hour as Marnie is meditating?
I chop grass.
And clear out more area around here.
How many do I get?
In an hour, roll me. Give me that profession roll.
Ooh. 9.
That's the same amount that you would have gotten the night before without the negatives. So that's going to be, what did I tell you? 8?
9.
9. Then you get 9. By the time it's all said and done, you guys got a pretty safe place to fight in here. Smart maneuvering. I don't mind saying so. How about you, Nico? What are you gonna have Bryce doing? Anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna start working with puddles on a new trick.
There you go.
I think we're gonna go for stay.
Stay.
Speaking of
Stay's
which,
a good one. Stay's a very good one. All right. You start working with Puddles. He does not get it right off the bat. He's overexcited. It's first thing in the morning. He's feeling playful, not learning. Give me your roll, please.
Sure. I know where we left my dice.
mine are like camouflaged.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Rolled a 20.
Oh.
And different with puddles, too. I get +4 bonus with puddles, so 28.
28. So he's feeling playful and like he doesn't want to pay attention, but you snap him in. And he starts to work with you. It'll take more than a day, you know it will, but you make good progress this morning. At that point, when all that's done, Marnie, you are done meditating. Your eyes snap open. Your new spells boiling in your brain for the day.
Yeah, they're the same as yesterday. But
Okay.
I gotta wait to level first, but
You needed 10 more minutes, you said?
yeah, I need 10 more minutes. Yeah, for the one for my familiar, and that's it.
Okay.
One more piece of grass.
One more lot. I'll give it to you.
Yay! It's because just this one right here was bothering me.
Yeah, get rid of them. And as you cut that down, snakes leap out of the bush. No, it's good.
Seems legit.
Of course, that's where they'd be. Sneaky snakes.
Always the last place you'd look.
Yeah.
There's
So-
one more that's bothering me, but we'll get there.
Mm.
It's
So
this-
breakfast has been had. People have meditated.
Grass
You're
has
out
been
of
chopped.
campfirewood. Grass has been chopped. The
Okay.
firewood is getting deleted in droves. Oh no, it's been depleted.
Can I put the cut grass on the fire?
Sure. It creates massive amounts of smoke, though.
I don't want to do that. Just kidding.
After you sprinkle the first one, you're like, oh, look at all that smoke.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. And it was kind of wet grass, too, now that I think about it. Because you said it
Mhm.
rained.
Yeah, but it soaked in a bunch of delicious water from the night before.
Are we
Drinking it
gonna
up.
break down the tents?
Yes.
Okay.
So as Marnie takes that 10 minutes to learn her thing, Bryce and Alori break down the tents. break camp. Do you put the fire out or do you leave it going?
Put it out.
Yeah, we don't
Put
need
it
it
out.
anymore.
All right. The day dawns warm and bright as you break camp and start heading. Which way are you heading?
West.
West.
To the ruins.
As you start heading west, you hear a familiar voice pipe up out of the bottle. All right, day 2. If we move good today, we should end up getting there by this afternoon. I can feel it's close.
You're like a voice in my head, Bottle. Watts.
He's like, yeah, I'm not the bottle. I'm Watts inside of it. Get it?
Bottle
I'm
o'
Watts inside of it.
Watts. All right. Well, I guess we should get moving.
All right. So west you head.
Which way is
You head
west?
throughout the day, and it is uneventful, other than seeing many, many large megafauna in the distance, minding their own. It's spring, so you do see that there are a few mating rituals starting up out there. You know, you can see
Oh.
the clash of some megafauna against other megafauna. Unless you decide you don't want to keep your distance.
Is Puddles
don't
about
bother
that age?
Puddles is a yearling.
Oh. Well, I don't know much about elk.
Yeah, I mean, as
So
far as
I'm
I know,
asking
yearlings.
Bryce.
As far as I know, yearlings can be of breeding age, but don't necessarily breed.
Okay.
I'm not positive on that. I'm sure somebody knows.
Right.
It's just not me.
It ain't me.
But he doesn't seem to be worried about it.
Okay.
He's very young still.
He has much more frolicking and playing to do.
Exactly. He has to learn social patterns before he can ever get involved in that complexity.
Eh,
Anyway.
Too busy squishing bugs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Westward ho you go. You travel throughout the day. At around noon, as you usually get every spring, there's a light rain that hits about 40 minutes. In your village, or in the town of Durian, you guys love the every day because it renews all the rain resources. You don't have to worry about groundwater. There's just
Rip,
so much good water in the sky.
you're
Yeah, what's
breaking up just a tiny bit.
I'm breaking up. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
I mean, I can hear you. It's just clips of words here and there.
Okay.
So just make sure to keep your microphone towards your mouth.
It should be right there.
Okay.
But you travel
Yes.
west. At the end of the day, as the sun starts to get lower in the sky, you see off in the distance perceptions.
Oh, I got this. Just kidding. I see nothing.
Ooh, I do. I see all the things.
I
That's-
see Evan 11.
23.
Bryce is the first to pick it out off in the distance. It's a building on the savannah. Looks just like the Great Library. I mean, just like it. To a T.
Did we
Oh.
double back? I got a 6. So I don't see anything yet.
No. Well, Bryce picks it out first for sure.
I see it. As soon as I see it, I point it out. I'd be like, I think we're getting close. I see something.
My familiar sees it at a 21. Hopefully.
He points it out. Do I see?
Abby scurries up around on your shoulder and chitters into your bit. Tick, 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 chitter, tick, tick. You don't understand what he's trying to say, though.
No, not at all. Not yet.
As Bryce points out, the rest of you start to be able to pick it out on the horizon, and indeed, it looks just like the Great Library.
Huh. Where are the walls?
Dun, 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 dun. Great Library.
Peculiar.
We're going to clean another basement.
Oh gosh. That's why we're out here? Seriously?
As you approach, Watts pipes up. He goes, "That's it, right there. Just get me close. I'll activate the door for you. You can go on in and collect that good old water crystal. I can feel it in this one. It's going to be water.
What
Now
is
that we're
it?
close.
What's the water crystal, Watts?
One of the 4 crystals we need to activate the machinery back in the old Great Library."
Ah. I have a question for you, Mr. Watts.
What would that be?
Because water is a thing that electricity moves through. Can you technically swim?
Me?
Yeah.
I just dance around on the surface of it.
Oh,
But,
I bet you that'd look cool.
I won't be with you. I'll be in the door. And actually, the way it works is, you have 7 days. If you're not back to take me out of the door's lock within 7 days, I'll show back up in the basement of the Great Library again, in my room.
Well, can't you just jump back in the bottle when we leave?
Yeah, but if you're not back out in 7 days,
Oh, I got you.
yeah,
Where'd it take
I can only last in the lock for 7 days.
Can we just lock the door behind us?
I can't go in with you, no.
Oh, okay.
Sorry there.
I
will warn you, too. Like I said, I can feel that it's the water temple for sure.
What can you
And
tell
I will
us
warn you,
about that?
the elves that used to be here, they would,
Like to swim?
no. They would have people that were trained from birth to come do these challenges if need be. So you guys are a little behind the curve, possibly.
So this isn't
but I got
have
faith.
a bunch of books in it?
I don't think books will be in here, sweetheart.
Okay. Y'all ready for us to adventure on in?
Think so?
Let's do this.
Think so.
All right. Did you knock?
I hold the bottle up toward the door. All right, Watts, do your thing.
You hold him up. You see, before where he was shooting between the 3 nails and keep in the center of the bottle, he bolts out of the mouth of the bottle and into the door itself. You see the door electrify and runes around the outside edge of it power up, runs that you didn't see before, crackling with electricity. As it does, the door swings open, and beyond it you see an unnatural darkness that starts immediately at the foot of the door jam.
Now, I'm an orc. I have to remember if that gives me dark vision.
I know, unnatural darkness.
What does that
Do
mean?
not see through it.
Not even with... Oh, that's great.
And this is the first time in your life that you've come across this.
Huh.
You've never not been able to see through darkness. It sets you off a little.
So, I yell back, guys, I can't even see in here.
Do you need a torch?
Yeah, I'm gonna retrieve a torch from Puddle's pack.
Okay.
Before we go in, I'm going to put all my armor back on.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I kind of figured you did that this morning before you traveled.
But I didn't say it, so if I didn't say it, it didn't happen.
That's true.
Pixar didn't happen. I mean, what? So yeah, while they're getting torches, I'm putting on my armor.
Okay. You pull out your torches. Get them lit.
And I want to have a torch in one hand and the bow in the other.
Okay.
So I can just drop the torch need be.
Puddles stays on your hip. Are you approaching with the torch or not?
Yeah.
You approach with the torch. You even get to the foot of the stairs with the torch, and you see that the darkness just sheds off the light. As you get closer, the light around it happens. The light reflects off of the building itself and off the stairs in front of you. But the darkness just eats it.
So I holler out, Watts, can you still talk? Are you still there? Before we go in?
Dead silence. Well, not really. I mean, the savannah's alive with sound.
Right.
But not the sound you're looking for.
But not the Watts voice.
Yeah.
Well, crap. It's a trap.
It's always a trap.
I guess we gotta do this, so I go ahead and take one step.
Hold up. Oh, hold up.
I don't yet. Just kidding.
I still have my torch, right? Because I'm not at that door. Can I cast light on my torch?
Sure.
All right. I'll do that, and then I hand it to her, and it's like, see if this works.
Okay.
Once again, it ignores the light spell.
Okay.
So it's still just darkness.
Dark.
Can I have that back, please?
Sure. I hand it back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I take a step in.
All right, you step in. As soon as Alori steps through this unnatural darkness, she completely disappears from sight.
Whoop.
Anybody going in behind her?
Yep, I'll follow in behind.
You follow with Puddles hot on your heel, or hot on your hip. It's wide enough for two at a time. Marnie, are you bringing up the rear?
Sure.
All right.
Can I do a knowledge planar check or no?
For what? What's your question?
Well, I was wondering if this is taking us to a different plane, like it's a dimensional door or something like that.
Sure, give me a knowledge planar to see if it's got any visible signs of a planar door.
Okay. $20 even.
It's a door that is surrounded by rooms on the outside of it. It's not outside the realm of possibility that it could be a planar gateway. But without further study, it would be really hard to find that out. I mean, you haven't even spellcrafted. You haven't, detect magic, nothing.
Okay.
Which, if you wanted to spend the time to do it, you could, but your party already walked through the door.
I'm just gonna jump. I'm just gonna jump through and experience it for myself.
Okay, yeah. All right. So through the unnatural darkness you go. Alori, the darkness in front of you parts, fades as you step. Immediately. It's like stepping through a flat veil of plane. And you step out right here where my finger is. Where the black finger is.
I don't see it.
You don't see my hand in here?
Oh, there you are. Well, it's black on black.
Yeah.
Okay.
You step out. Boom. You're a little small. Just get you the right size. There we go.
I am a little small, Rich.
And you're standing on the you're standing on a platform that looks much like the paver stones that the Great Library itself is made of. In fact, when you look around, you see that the walls look exactly like the Great Library's walls. They're that same obsidian stone, that same basalt rock that all of the old buildings in Darien are made of. You also see that this entire chamber is completely filled with water. The water is not deep. You can see the bottom of it because of a gentle glow that permeates the entire room. It's enough to give you your normal visions in here. You can see all the way across it.
Okay.
You do not see any doors on any of. You do not see. The ceiling is 20 feet above you. You do not see any apparatuses that are creating this gentle glow. Just a gentle glow.
Okay.
What do you do?
I wait for my companions.
You wait
Give
6
this their all?
seconds. 6 seconds later, Bryce appears in the middle here. Sans Puddles.
So, me and Puddles can't occupy that same square. Or is that 10 feet across?
It's only a 5-footer. I said no puddles. Sans
Oh,
puddles.
no puddles? Okay.
Sans puddles. You also need to be bigger than. These are bigger than your usual hexes. They're bigger than 5s.
Okay.
So I just popped you up. You're good. Yeah, no puddles behind you.
Okay.
You look around. You see everything that I said to Alori before. Over here, you do see a chest on each one of these as well. 5-foot gaps between each of these platforms that rise above.
Well, I see that there's not much room here. And if Puddles is coming through behind me like I think he is, I need to be on that next square. So I want to try to jump
Okay.
across to that next tile.
All right. Give me a acrobatics check. Don't forget your armor check penalty. You are not taking the 10-foot run, so there is a 5-foot addition to the DC of it. Usually DC would be 10. That makes it a 15.
Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure I don't have that many pluses. Is it acrobatics?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check penalty is 1. So it's only a 9.
A 9.
Mhm.
Nope. You fall in between the two. As you hit the water, your feet sink about to the mid of the calf before you find hold on the Bella, what are you doing to this turn? What is Alori doing
Watching.
during this turn? You're just watching? You're watching. Bryce's feet hit the water. As they do, you see that Puddles does indeed appear behind him on the platform. Next round. I'm going to need initiatives from everyone, please.
Am I last because I haven't appeared yet?
No, I'm going to take your initiative, Chad.
Okay.
$21 is my best.
You and Puddles both got a 22.
I got a 22 also.
I got a 3.
My Terratua is 13.
So out of the 22s, who's got the best dex or overall initiative?
I have +4. Puddles has +3.
All right. How about you, Marnie?
+2 and +1.
Okay,
4,
so we're going to be going
2, 1.
Bryce, Puddles, Marnie,
Oh.
and then...
No, Abby got a 13. But
No, those are all 22s.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, yeah, you're good. Bryce, Puddles, Marnie, tied. Then my next best is a 13. Did anyone beat a 13?
That's exactly what Abby got. She's got a +1.
Okay, so... and my next is a 4.
I got a 3. I can get under that. I hate when it starts getting cold and the air gets so dry, because then my skin gets super dry.
That is a problem with cold climate areas. So, Bryce, your feet hit the water. The water's cold. Like I said, it's about calf depth.
Okay, well, as my swift action,
Mm-hmm.
I want to switch the aspect on Puddles over to aspect of the tiger, give him a +2 dex. And then as my move, I'm going to get up on this platform and out of the water, because it just finally got dry after the rain.
Okay. Oh, give me a perception before you decide to do all that. I'm sorry.
$13.
You notice that the water... 13, you said?
Yes.
The water, which was perfectly still before you disturbed as you jumped into it. The waves ripple out. As the waves ripple out, you could swear that you see right here one of the ripples just not affect the water. Like,
Okay.
you know, the rippling out, and then, oh, at this certain spot, the ripple just stops. It splits, you know? Doesn't affect that one square.
Alright, well, I'm still going to climb up there.
Okay.
And then I'll just keep an eye on that spot to make sure there's something going on there.
Can you put a
So you
marker
have-
there
you-
of some sort?
I mean, if you guys all have permissions, go ahead.
Cool.
Do whatever you'd like. You used your move action. Do you have a standard that you want to hold? You're just giving your standard.
Nope. Nope, I'm good. If
Okay.
something comes out of that spot, I want to yell to the rest of the group. But other than that,
Puddles steps off the platform into the water like it's nothing. He's not scared of it. Walks up to your side. Like you normally would. Bold as brass. Head held high. Marnie, you're up.
Where am I?
You appear on this far platform. And Abby appears with you. It seems Abby was small enough just to come through at the same time.
Nice. Sorry. Actually, I gotta link them real quick.
It's okay. You gotta get the size right, too. Same thing I described before. A room that looks very much like one of the library or buildings that are enduring. With platforms in the water. The water looks to be about, I don't know, maybe a foot deep. You couldn't prove it until you jumped in. It doesn't look very deep. And there's a gentle illumination that is illuminating the place. You can't really tell where it comes from, but it's steady around. Treasure chests at the very end on platforms. What are you doing?
Looking around and looking for my other teammates, and I see them both, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is it well lit in here or no?
Yeah, like I said, it's very steadily well lit, gentle light, but you can see throughout the whole place. It's stable, it's steady.
Okay. Can I try to jump over to this first platform?
Sure. Give me an acrobatics check.
All right.
DC is going to be 15.
Just barely fail with a 14.
Ooh.
1 point.
Into the water you go. Bloosh. Ripples rippling out from you. After Marnie is me. From where you saw the ripples not occur, all of a sudden the water rises up and starts to take shape as it moves forward. It moves fast, like a wave coming in off a vicious tide. It moves, boom, gets right on Puddles and starts to attack. Half a second. Perfect. Single attack. +5. 8 for Puddles, who is not flat-footed. Next. Up out of the water rises another, sloshing furiously towards Marnie, bashing when it gets there with both of its watery fists. Does anyone have knowledge planar?
I actually do.
Excellent.
Well, knowledge planes, but
on your turn, ask me for a knowledge planar, please.
Okay.
That's going to be an 18 to hit you, Marnie.
Oh, that's a hit.
All right. Current gives you a nice smash. It's going to be... As he bashes, he does 4 points of damage when he connects with your chest, both fists. It's like a water cannon smashing it.
That kind of hurt.
Abby is up. Abby, you see, is drenched with the splashback. Does not look happy on your shoulder. She climbs down into your backpack to hide. She ain't interested in that fight. She's not built for this.
She does have swim, though.
Up out of the water appears the third one. Their toe. 10, 15, 20. Moving. Quick as Quicksilver. If that's something you can say as an alliteration. For 21 to hit. Puddles.
Puddles? Yes.
The bash occurs. You see that they definitely seem to be focusing Puddles. That is 7 points of damage to Puddles.
Okay.
Next up, after Undertow is Alori.
Me.
Alori, Puddles is in trouble, surrounded by living water. It's taken the form of humans.
Well, I can't have that. I jump. I go to move. How would moving work once I first step down into the water? Can I just keep moving?
Yeah, it's half move.
Okay.
Because you're sloshing through water.
That's as far as I get.
Right. After Alori, that's your double move or just a single?
Oh, right, double move. I forgot about that. That's as far as I get.
All right. After Alori is round 2. Bryce, you're up.
I'm going to stick with my original plan. I'm going to drop the torch.
Okay.
Hopefully it lands on this platform.
It does.
And then I'm going to 5-foot move to here.
Okay. Hop off into the water.
I'm going to turn and fire an arrow at this one over here attacking Marnie.
All right. That is going to be, I believe that was current. I should get the names on these guys so that they're current. The puns.
So this is number 1 right here.
That would be tide.
Okay. Like we're going to wash our laundry.
Or like the tide coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And Undertow. They're capitalized because they're always...
Excuse me. Or someone just forgot to turn their caps lock off.
Nah. Too simple. All right, Bryce. Take that shot.
All right. He's definitely within 30. So 15.
15 to hit. That is going to be a miss.
Okay.
Take off that arrow as it flies by and bounces off the wall, shattering. Next after Bryce is Puddles. Attacks the one closest to Bryce. Undertow it is. Let me know when he gets to half-life.
Mm-hmm. If.
Yeah.
If he gets to half-life. That's probably a miss. I had Tiger on him, so... Yeah, that's a miss. It's only a 7.
Miss. Next, after Puddles, yeah, he can't 5-foot move in this. He's not yet. Next, after Puddles is Marnie.
First off, I'm gonna do the healing hex on myself.
Okay.
This is like waist deep water, right? Or
no, calf deep.
Calf deep. Oh,
about a foot deep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely casting the healing hex on myself.
Okay.
And that heal is going to be 4. Three.
Heal for 3?
Yeah, heal for 3. Right. Actually, no, it's 4 plus 1.
There you go.
Negated that damage. And I guess as a 5-foot move, try to step up on this platform right here.
You can't 5-foot move out of the...
Oh, okay.
Too sloshy.
Ah.
Gives you that uneven terrain, no 5-foot situation. You can take a move action and draw an attack opportunity.
Yeah, I can try that. Actually, yeah. Half movement, right?
Did you give me your knowledge planer?
Oh, knowledge planer. Thank you for reminding me. And I'm supposed to be the smart one in the group.
Yeah, you nerd.
There's the nerd cue.
Where's your
19.
books?
19. Okay, so these are water elementals. I know that they're water elementals. First off, they have elemental traits, which means that mind affecting, certain things like that do not affect them. I don't think you guys have any spells right now. You'd have to look up for that. But if you did, it would matter. They are living water. I mean, they have water mastery, which gives them a +1 to their hit and damage if both them and their target are in the water. But it gives them a -4 on hit and damage if either they or their target are out of the water. They also have Vortex. Vortex gives them the ability to attack all as a standard action that surround them. And they also have the Drench ability, which can put out any fire up to a medium size, be it magical or otherwise. Oh, I'm sorry, up to a large size, be it magical or otherwise. You're lucky because these are the small ones. These are small elementals, the easiest on the spectrum. Other than that, they get a single attack. That's what you need to know. That's what you would know. They come from the elemental plane of water. And they are patient. They'll wait for their opponents. They'll play with them. If they don't think they can win the fight, they'll go away and just hide in the water.
Okay. During my turn, I guess explain as much of that as I can in 6 seconds?
Well, what do you yell out specifically?
I yell, these are small water elementals. And they're very strong against fire. If that helps any of you.
Okay.
And then for my other action of the turn, after healing myself, is I'm going to grab the iron pot out of my backpack.
All right. Retrieve something from your backpack.
Yep.
Iron pot. Next, after Marnie, is Tide. Swinging on Alori.
Bring it, squirty squish.
That is going to be an 18 to hit.
That's miss.
This is only attack. Next is Current. Mashing on Marnie. Oh, that is going to be a 23 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
Ooh, 9 points of damage.
Yeah, I fall down.
Yeah, the mage stuck over in a corner getting beat on. That will happen. Boom, I dropped Marnie. Oh, yeah. And then 5, 10, 15 action. Current. Abby's in your backpack, so does not try to get an attack opportunity. You are face down in the water here. Problematic.
Yes, it is. Very problematic.
So start keeping track of rounds for basically your... It's on round 2 that you're starting unless somebody picks you up.
Okay.
After Current is Abby. Abby stays in the backpack. It's above water.
Mm-hmm.
Undertow. Attacking puddles. That's going to be a 13.
Miss.
Miss. Alori, you're up.
I'm gonna move and get up on this pillar here.
Attack opportunity.
Go for it.
$12.
Miss. There. Ooh, lovely. And then I'm gonna take a swing at Undertow.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna swing at Current.
Okay.
Why isn't this moving? Oh, I was pushing the wrong button. Sorry, I was pushing E. That's not R.
Yeah. You'll just flip it weird.
And I'm pretty sure that's a miss. I rolled a 2.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. You're not at that point yet. Not yet.
That's it for me.
All right. After Alori is the beginning of round 3, which starts off with Bryce. Let's have her.
I'm gonna drop my bow.
Okay.
Pixel paint to mark that, right?
Sure.
And
Oh, you'll remember it's your bow.
as a move action,
Oh, my little
I will
heart
draw
is
my
gone.
longsword,
Okay.
and then as a swift action, I'm gonna put aspect of the bowl on me for +2 to strength for 1 minute
All right. So it's +1 to hit, +1 to damage with that longsword.
till round. So it'll be till round 13.
Do you have anything on your other hand?
No, not currently.
Okay.
So I can swing it two-handed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring it down on this guy. Current,
Bring it down on current.
hopefully.
Make 'em old news. And the
Probably
puns
not.
just keep rolling.
I don't even think with all them bonuses now.
Are the dice all siding with me tonight?
Yeah, that's
I
enough.
love it. I love it.
I don't.
I do. It's my favorite.
That's it for me. That's all the actions I can do.
After Bryce is Puddles. Puddles. He's going after Undertow. He wants to get by you, but he's got a lot on him. He's got to protect himself, too.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Take that attack on Undertow.
It's a little better. Not enough. 13.
13 is a miss. Marnie, you're up.
Oh, yeah. You need a check for me, don't you?
I do.
Con check?
It is a stabilization check, yeah. What are you under by for damage?
2.
2. What is your con bonus?
2.
Okay. So you're going to roll a 20-sider, and you're going to try to be 12 DC. It's 10 plus the 2 you're under by. You get to add your con bonus to that 20-sider, so you'll
Okay.
get a +2 to this roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, bleed a point.
All right.
Now, because you're 3 under next time, it'll be a DC 13, and you'll still
Yep.
only +2, so you'll be looking at an 11 or better,
Okay.
so on and so forth.
So during my turn, you see blood start coming up from my
Yeah.
body, hitting the top of the water and spreading out.
Blood start pooling around him. You do indeed. He's bleeding.
Let's
the
hope there's no sharks.
she is. Yeah. Grindy low. All right. After Marnie is tied. Stand on Puddles. Single attack. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
It's a hit.
Or 8 points of damage.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's half.
Okay. Next, after tied, is Current. Current, you see him hold both of his watery arms out from his humanoid torso and start to rotate, and as he does, water blasts out of his arms, doing a vortex blast at you both. Bryce first, then Alori. Attack on Bryce. That's a 13.
Miss.
Attack on Alori. That's a 7.
Hit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You do notice that the water does put out the torch. Thought I forgot about that torch, didn't you? Didn't. All right. After Current's miss with the blasting, is Abby. Abby stays in the backpack, safe. Undertow, you're up next. He does the same. He does a vortex blast, spinning his body and blasting with water. First on Alori, it's going to be a 3. And then on Puddles, it's going to be a 21.
That's a hit.
Give me a perception, all of you that are still standing. Ooh, 9 points of damage to Puddles.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. 11 on that perception.
You 11? It's not enough. Anybody else?
I got a 20.
Oh, you got enough.
I finally
So you
see
know-
something.
You notice that the water, as it blasts at you, as it comes over the land here and strikes you, it seems to its power, its strength. I mean, some of this is hitting you, and it's not doing any damage to you. Whereas Puddles, who seems to be standing in the water, seems to be full brunt of these blasts, like the water itself is helping you standing. Just something that you notice, that being out of the water seems to help you not get these things.
Okay.
Seems to weaken their blasts and their shots. Next, after Undertow is Alori.
So I shout out, Bryce, get you and Puddles up on a pillar. And then I'm going to move. Attack of opportunity.
From 2 of them. First one. Miss. Second one. Miss.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and swing at... Undertow.
All right.
$13.
13 is a miss.
That's my turn.
After Alori is round 4. Is round 4. Bryce, start us off.
Marnie, how long does that bond I put on with my pet last?
You have 10 uses. There's no
So-
time limit on how long
So
it
it's
lasts.
still on us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can get on a platform, I say, but I can't get Puddles on a platform. And then for my move action, I'm going to get on this platform.
Attack opportunity. He doesn't have 2, so you're good.
Okay.
Current already had his pulled by Alori.
And then I'm
Mission
going to
accomplished.
cure light wounds on Puddles.
Now, Cure Light Wounds is not personal.
It's personal or touch.
Is that what it says for that? Is personal or touch?
I was pretty sure. All right, I found it here on page 182 and 282 and 283 of the Ultimate Equipment. And it's the Beastbound brand, and it says, allowing these characters to cast spells with a range of personal or touch on the marked companion at a range of 30 feet, provided the character has line of effect to the creature.
There you go. So yes, you can do what you're trying to do. Heal him
We'll
through
do.
yourself. That's beautiful.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to do the Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
+1 is 7.
Now that is a level 1 spell, so that takes 1 charge off of the 10 from Beastbound.
Okay.
That's nice, because I am putting a whooping on Puddles. Do you have anything else for Bryce to do? Talk, anything like that?
I'm gonna try to get Puddles to get up on the platform, but I don't think he is. I'm gonna
Force.
try. Let me see what kind of action push is.
Well, you've already done your move, your swift, and your standard.
Oh, I did
So
do it.
it's-
I did do a move. Okay.
Yeah,
Never
it's
mind.
not going to be a
I'll
free
do it
action.
Next round. Yeah, I'll do it next round.
Yeah, but you should look it up. Absolutely. Next, after Bryce, is Puddles. Puddles goes after Undertow. He's no fool. He knows a flank when he sees it. He's combat learning.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, he's been attacking Undertow the whole time, so.
When the elk is smarter than the player.
You set it up.
Even with the
I
flank,
know.
Even with the flank, it's only a 12. These dice hate me today.
Hate ya. 12 isn't going to do it.
I thought
You
I
guys
was.
have yet to
Hate
hurt
dice.
any of these. Any of them.
I know.
I thought I was being smart and crafty, trying to suck out attacks opportunity, so Bryce could move.
You were as that, too. Marnie.
All right, let's do my roll first. That'd be a 13 at a +2. That is a fail. That's another one. So next turn it's going to be 14.
Yep.
And this will be my third round of being underwater.
There you go.
That's a go.
Tide. Puddles. Single bash. That's going to be a 14. Oh, I'm 15 to hit Puddles.
This.
Yeah. After Tide is Current. Current is currently out of guys to go after. So 5's up. Stays on you, Bryce.
Okay.
Single bash. But now it's only 12 to hit. As you stand up on that pillar.
12's a miss.
Okay. After Bryce, or I'm sorry, after Current is Abby. You see Abby. Well, any of you that might see it, there's pretty vicious combat. Maybe Bryce with what's going on. You see Abby crawl to the backpack, latch onto the strap of it, and start trying to pull Marnie up onto this pillar to no avail. She is not moving Marnie at all. Next.
She's got a 2 strength.
She's tiny. Yeah, she's not moving.
Yeah.
Sorry, she's trying, but she can't. Undertow. All around attack. Bloosh. He even hits his buddy Tide, but his buddy Tide does not care. First, Puddles. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're standing in water, it's no good. 8 points of damage. Puddles is hurting.
Puddles at 0.
Oh, staggered. Alori. Blasting. Possible crit failure.
Ooh.
It is a crit failure.
I have a thing.
These things are immune to crit and precision-based damage. They're elementals.
But it's.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, immune to crits.
Still ends the turn.
Does end the turn. You are correct. So Undertow stops what he was doing. You see him kind of sputter out like he stops sucking up. After Undertow is Alori.
I'm gonna try and swing on Undertow.
Need one of those famous big hits?
Trying. It's gonna be a 10 plus 2 for flanking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3, so 15.
Miss.
Dang. Alright, and then I'm gonna move. Attack of opportunity.
Yep. Drawn from Undertow. Ooh, it was almost that twice. Miss. All right.
And then I'm gonna try and make noises to Puddles and try and beckon him onto the platform. Right. Pat the platform.
That's a handle animal check. You need to look at what it is to try to force an animal what you want it to do. Because I know that you don't have enough actions left right now. So.
Oh.
Next after Alori is Bryce. Round 5, Bryce. You're up.
All right, let's see.
Quiet in the mic, man.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. That's much better.
Oops, forgot to look what action push was. Let's see how long it takes. It's just a DC, which I don't know if I can hit.
I wouldn't waste any actions.
Move action. Yeah. Move action I can.
Yeah. Do it.
I'm gonna do that. As a move action, try to get Puddles up on that. I gotta hit 25. +8.
You got a shot.
Yeah, it's a long. No, doesn't listen at all.
Come on, buddy. Come on. I'm protecting you. I'm protecting you.
All right, that's okay. I wasted that 3, so now I can put in or try to have the longsword out. 2 hands
You're
on this
flanking.
longsword right into current.
Okay. Just being betrayed left and right by these dice.
14.
14's a miss. With the flank, counted that?
Yes.
Yeah. It sucks. Puddles. He's at 0, right?
Yes.
All he can do is move without drawing damage. This is not going well for you guys.
No.
Puddles stands his ground, goes full defense.
Okay.
He's not doing anything other than standing defensively right now, so he's not lead for. Marne, you're up.
All right. First off, my roll. That's another failure, so it's 15 next turn. Oh, wait. Yeah, 15.
15 next turn. Okay.
And fourth round of being underwater.
Keep track. After Marne is tied. Tied, tax Puddles. That's going to be a 13, but Puddles has a +4 to his AC, right?
That's a miss.
After tied is current. He is attacking Bryce as he has been. That's going to be, 19 still.
19's a hit.
But the damage is a 1 point of damage. All the difference in the world what you're standing on. All the difference in the world. After current is Abby, still trying to put this slab with no avail. Or to no avail, rather. Then, Undertow. Attacking Puddles. It's going to be a 14.
Yes.
It's going to be round 6.
Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to go?
I did.
Alori, what do you got?
I'm going to swing at current.
Here it comes.
Nope, probably not. Nope.
My goodness, you guys are not rolling above an 11 even tonight.
No.
Rolling above a 10.
Yeah. It's brutal, man. There's nothing I can do to help you in that situation.
And then I'm going to move.
Draw an attack opportunity.
Yep.
Miss.
Okay, that's my turn.
Round 6. Bryce, you're up. You can hear labored breathing coming from Puddles. Little bleats. As well.
I have to kill this one to get to him. I have to swing on it.
All right.
Oh my lord. Possible crit failure.
Oh, good. Get it out of your system now.
Crit failure.
Oh, my.
This is not how I want to use these cards, but I have a thing for that. I'm
Roll something
continuing.
that's not detrimental.
Right, well, they're already shuffled. I'm continuing from where they were.
Okay.
Top card. And what kind of attack is it? Melee?
Yeah.
Yep.
Broken Blade.
Mm.
Your weapon is destroyed.
That's cool.
Reflex negates.
There you go. I always
Magic
make this.
weapons use their own save bonus.
It's not a magic weapon.
Okay.
I always say that the DC is 16 for those cards. So reflex 16.
My reflex?
Yep.
That would focus.
Well, at least I finally rolled a 10 or better. Yeah, it's 17.
Boom. Your blade does not get broken. Your turn
Nice.
just gets ended instead.
Yeah,
I
Puddles
don't cheat.
keeps-
Just
Yeah.
draw what's there.
No, I trust you. Puddles keeps his head down and keeps these two at bay, going full defense again. Marnie.
All right. Let's do my roll first. That's going to be a
Oh, wait, there you go.
21.
Stability.
A bubble of blood come up. No, it's this next bubble's cleared through all the blood. It kind of pushes a little bit away.
No, you're still just surrounded by blood. Nice try, though.
Oh, I was just trying to be cinematic.
Oh, I know, but I'm not giving him any freebies to know what. Next, after Marnie, is Tide. Staying on Puddles. Loves him in the water. That's going to be a 24.
Yep.
For 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Does he drop?
Oh, yeah. He's at 0.
After Tide is Current. Current attacks Bryce. It's going to be a 17.
17? That's a hit.
For... Oh, let me see. Be 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Next up, after Current's bash, is Abby. Still, you see Abby out of the backpack trying to pull Marnie up on the slab. Trying so hard for such a tiny creature. Undertow's next. Seeing Puddles is down. I guess we'll just flip Puddles over. There we go. Undertow takes off, sliding across the water, super right up on Marnie's or on his tab. Bashing for 15.
Miss.
Hit. After Undertow is Alori.
I want to use both my move and my standard, or whatever it takes, to try and pull Marnie up on this slab.
Okay, so it would be a move to get to Marnie, drawing an attack of opportunity.
Sure.
And the standard to put him from one square to the next. Or her, rather. Oh, that's going to be a 25 to hit.
That actually does get me.
I rolled 19 and you're in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you lucky dog. 5 damage.
Okay.
Minimum water.
And then I drag Marnie up.
Yep. Boom. Okay, you hear as soon as you bring Marnie's head above, gasp. Which is a good sign.
Mm-hmm. Means there's life. And then, so I used my move, my standard to pull Marnie up. Lose me with a free and a swift. What would it be to try to rummage through Marnie's bag?
Move action.
Okay. That is my turn then. Can I use that as part of? No, because I already can't. Can I use? No, because I already moved and then.
You already
pulled her
used
up
your
as
move
a
action
standard.
because of the uneven terrain.
Yep.
And it was a standard to move her, yeah.
Okay, I am done.
Round 8 starts with Bryce leading it off.
It's all gonna turn out bad. I still am gonna try to kill this thing. I don't know what else to do. I don't even want to look at it.
What was it?
It was a 6.
Okay. It still is a 6 when you throw it in there.
Oh. Hey, wait. I have a solution for this.
Spawn a new one.
Yeah, right? And then,
Puddles is next for stabilizing purposes.
Yeah, I gotta make more dice. Hang on. I got mad and threw mine. I guess this is the only one I need anyway. Ah, there we go. I think that actually does it. 19. He's down by 8, so yes, he stabilizes.
Stable, but head underwater. Keep track of rounds.
Okay.
Marnie, stable, head above water. Tide, because what would you wash your clothes with? Sloppy, sloppy, slosh. Coming up on Alori. Crushing. It's going to be a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Big old water punch. After Tide is current. Stays on Bryce, as he has been the whole time. That's going to be a 4 to hit.
That's a miss.
After current is Abby, who now crawls back into the backpack to hide. And Undertow closes in for an attack on Alori. Ooh, that's going to be a 21.
That is a hit.
You're in the water. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Still standing?
Yep.
So,
Gotta save my allies, man.
gotta. Lori, you're up.
I'm gonna double move. Go ahead and take your 2 attacks.
Ooh, possible crit.
So they aren't affected by crit or crit failures, but they can crit?
Oh, yeah.
That's not fair.
That's the way it works. They have other weaknesses, too. But, like with you standing on land while they attack, it's not fair either. But it is what it is, you know. That's not going to be a crit, but it is a hit. Second attack from the other guy.
Well, do your damage first.
Well,
Right.
they both get a crit or attack at the same time. Is going to be a 23.
That's a hit.
Okay. With your +4, that's a hit?
Oh, no, it's not. Sorry.
Okay.
Wait,
I didn't think so.
you said 23, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's spot on. I have 19 AC +4.
All right. Ooh. That's going to be 11 in total.
I'm definitely down.
Boom. Drop right here. Bum, bum, bum. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Slicers and Dicers. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And you're going to have to wait till next to see what happens to these poor people. Have a good one.
Bye!